Hello student, I am Assistant Professor Saili Patti from Sarath College of Arts, Commerce, Science. Today we will discuss the another MCQ session, revision session for the financial accounting or for FYBBSCA subject. So this is the first question for the part 2. Which of the following is the closing balance of ledger account? Ledger account, option A, balance carried down, that is C oblique D. Balance brought down, B oblique D. Balance E oblique D, and D, balance G oblique D. The correct answer is balance C oblique D. Next question, dash helps business to classify transaction according to their nature. Option A, general ledger, journal, sorry. Option B, real accounts. Option C, ledger accounts. Option D, cash account. The correct answer is option C, ledger accounts. In this heading, ledger account helps business to classify transaction according to their nature. Next question, the normal balance of liability account is option A, debit balance. Option B, credit balance. Option C, cash balance. Option D, none of the above. So in this heading, you can say all liabilities and incomes have always credit balance. So the normal balance of liability account is credit balance. The correct answer is option B. Cash book with cash, bank and discount column is commonly referred as. Correct answer, option A, cash book. Option B, 2-column cash book. Option C, 3-column cash book. Option D, petty cash book. As everyone is aware about, there are the two types of cash book. Actually, cash book with single column cash book, 2-column cash book where more than one column is maintained. Mostly cash and bank column are maintained in this heading, and when the cash book with cash, bank and discount column is there, it is commonly referred as a 3-column cash book. So the correct option is C. Introduced capital by owner of business is recorded on which side of cash book? Whenever it is recorded, option A, it is on receipt side, it is on payment side, it is on income side, or it is considered as an expenditure. So, dear student, it is always recorded on the receipt side of cash book, because whatever the capital invested in the business, it is considered as a cash, comes into business in form of cash. Cash account discount is allowed on repayment of lump sum amount. Option B, prompt amount. Option C, actual amount. Option D, none of them. Actually, cash discount is allowed on the prompt payment of debt, that is the quick payment by customer. So the main motto for the giving cash discount is to release the cash immediately. So the cash discount is allowed on prompt payment, repayment of debt. Payment of rent expenses is recorded on which side of cash book? A, receipt side. B, payment side. C, income side. D, expenses. So this is the receipt and payment format for the cash book we are considering here. So payment, all payments or the payment of rent or expenses is recorded on the payment side of cash book. So it is correct option is B. A cash book that is used to record the small amount of cash is generally referred as A, simple cash book, B, 2-column cash book, C, 3-column cash book, and D, that is a petty cash book. As you know, petty cash book is a cash book used for the small payment of recording of small amount of cash, payment of cash payments. So the petty cash book is your correct answer. So correct option is D. Simple or one column cash book usually has which of the following main columns? Correct answer A, bank. Correct answer B, payments. Correct answer, sorry, option C, discount, and option D, cash. So simple or the one column cash book usually has only one column, that is called cash column. So simple or the single column cash book is also considered as a simple or one column cash book. So the correct answer is D. Post dated checks are considered as A, cash, B, bank balance, C, account receivable, and D, cash reserve. Whenever we discuss the post dated checks, it is received in future, and whatever the dates are recorded on this check, it is recorded in future dates are recorded on this check. So it is necessary and considered as a account receivable. So correct answer is C. Petty cash fund is supposed to be replenished. Option A, every day. Option B, every half year. Option C, every year. And option D, at the end of every accounting period. Petty cash fund is supposed to be replenished at the end of every accounting period. It may be monthly, 15 days, or it is according to that their convenience. So at the end of every accounting period is correct answer. So the correct answer, option for answer is D. Cash book records, cash payments, cash receipts, cash payments and cash receipts, neither cash payments nor cash receipts. Cash book records only cash payments and cash receipts. So it is correct answer, or the correct option is C, for cash book records only cash payments and cash receipt in cash book. An entry which is made on both sides of cash book is called cash entry, contra entry, payment entry, and compound entry. So whenever any entry which is made on both sides of cash book is called contra entry. When we discuss the contra entry is recorded on the debit side as well as credit side of cash book when the cash transaction is recorded. So the contra entries, it is in case of cash or check deposited into bank in which the bank account is debited and cash account is credited, or cash withdrawn from bank for office use in which cash account is debited and bank account is credited. So these are the situation when those both accounts are affected simultaneous, and that's why the entry which made on both sides of cash book is called contra entry. So the correct option is B. Current assets are converted into converted into cash. A, within 1 year, B, within 2 years, C, within 3 years, and none of these. Whenever we discuss the current assets are converted into cash within 1 year, the asset which is converted into within 1 year called current assets. So the correct option is A. Loss by fire of goods is credited to a profit and loss account, purchase account, loss by fire account, none of these account. The purchase is credited to purchase account. So correct option is B. Wages paid by trader is shown on the debit side of trading account, B, on the debit side of profit and loss account, C, as deduction from capital in balance sheet, and D, as addition to capital in balance sheet. So this is recorded on the debit side of trading account. So correct option is A. Return outward appearing in trial balance is deducted from Purchases, A. Purchases, B. Sales, C. Return outward. None of these. Return outward appearing in trial balance is deducted from always purchases. So return outward is amount of the goods sent to the supplier. So it is always reduced from the purchases, and correct option is A. Statement prepared to know profit or loss and financial position of the business are called financial statement, B. Bank reconciliation statement, C. Trial balance, and D. All of these. The bank reconciliation statement is prepared for the cancellation of bank's statement, and next trial balance is prepared for the find out the arithmetical accuracy of business. And correct answer is A. Financial statement. The financial statement are prepared to know the profit or loss and financial position of business are called financial statement. Trading account is prepared to know a net profit or loss of business, gross profit or loss of business, both A and B, and financial position of business. The correct answer is B. To find out the gross profit or gross loss of business, trading account is to prepare. Expenses relating to sale of goods are shown in profit and loss account, B. Trading account, C. Trading and profit and loss account, and D. Balance sheet. Expenses related to sale of goods are indirect expenses, and all indirect expenses shown on the profit and loss account. So the correct option for this question is profit and loss account. Carriage outward is an example of direct expenses, indirect income, and direct income. So correct answer is indirect expenses. Carriage outward is an example of expenses on sale of goods. So it is indirect expenses, and it is recorded on the profit and loss account debit side. Whereas carriage inward is your direct expenses and always recorded on the trading account debit side. For this question, carriage outward is an example of indirect expenses, and correct option is B. Which are indirect expenses of the following? Salary expenses, insurance expenses, rent expenses, and all of these. So correct, all the headings are considered as indirect expenses. Salary, insurance, and rent considered as indirect expenses. So correct answer is option D, that is all of these are considered as indirect expenses here. Properties, things, and receivable having certain value owned by business are called A. Assets, B. Liabilities, C. Goods, and D. None of these. So properties, things, and receivable having certain value owned by the business are called assets. Assets which do not have a physical existence are called tangible assets, B. Intangible assets, C. Contingent liability, D. None of the above. So tangible assets which you can see, physically touch, so they have a physical existence. But the assets which do not have physical existence are called intangible asset. So the correct option is option number B. Supplier personal account are seen in the sales ledger book, purchase ledger book, nominal ledger book, and general ledger book. So it is supplier, it means when we purchase goods, supplier account is created, and the supplier personal accounts are seen in the purchase ledger book. So correct answer is purchase ledger book, option B. Sales invoice are first entered in cash book, the purchase journal, the sales journal, and the sales account. So it is recorded in the sales journal, that is the correct answer is C. Then depreciation is provided on current asset, intangible asset, fixed asset, and all of these. It is recorded on fixed asset. So correct answer is